I never believed the forest behind our town was dangerous. People talked about it in whispers, warning children not to wander too far. But to me, it was just trees, shadows, and old stories meant to scare. That changed the night my brother disappeared. It was late autumn, the kind of evening where the fog settles low and the air feels heavy. My brother Ethan and I were walking home after sunset, taking the shortcut through the edge of the woods like we always did. The path was familiar, worn down by years of footsteps, and the silence felt normal. Tout normal. Halfway through the trail, Ethan stopped walking. I turned to ask what was wrong, but he wasn't looking at me. He was staring deep into the trees. His face pali, his eyes widgy. I followed his gaze but saw nothing except darkness and tangled branches. Then I heard it. A soft sound, almost like a child humming. Slow, off-key. It didn't come from any clear direction, just somewhere between the trees. My heart started racing. I told Ethan we should leave, that it was probably just the wind or an animal. He didn't answer. Instead, he took one step off the path. I grabbed his arm and told him to stop. That's when he finally looked at me, and I swear his eyes weren't his anymore. They were empty, distant, like he was listening to something I couldn't hear. He pulled away from me with surprising strength and walked into the forest. I chased him, shouting his name, branches cutting my arms as I ran. The humming grew louder the deeper I went, mixing with another sound, soft footsteps circling me. I couldn't tell how many there were, but I knew I wasn't alone. Then everything went silent. No humming, no footsteps, just my breathing and the pounding of my heart. I spun around, calling for Ethan, but the forest felt wrong now. The trees seemed closer together, the darkness thicker, like the woods were closing in. I ran until I reached the road, gasping for air, alone. The police searched for days. Dogs, volunteers, drones, nothing. No footprints, no signs of a struggle. It was as if Ethan had never existed. Eventually, people stopped looking. Life moved on, mine didn't. Months passed, but every night I heard it. The humming, always faint, always coming from the forest. I stopped sleeping. I started leaving my window open, listening. One night, I heard something else mixed with the sound. A voice. Weak. Familiar. My name. I don't remember deciding to go back into the forest. I just remember standing at the edge of the trees, flashlight shaking in my hand. The humming was louder now, clearer. It sounded happy. I followed the deeper I went, the colder it became. The fog wrapped around my legs, and my light began to flicker. Then I saw him. Ethan was standing between the trees. He's back to me. Relief flooded my chest. I ran toward him, calling his name. He turned around slowly. It wasn't my brother anymore. His skin was pale, stretched too tight. His eyes were dark holes, and his mouth was twisted into a smile that didn't belong on a human face. When he spoke, his voice wasn't alone. It echoed, layered, as if many voices were speaking through him. You heard us. The trees began to move. Branches bent inward, roots shifting beneath my feet. Shadows stepped out from behind the trunks, tall and thin, watching me. The humming surrounded me now, vibrating inside my head. I ran. I don't know how I escaped. I don't know how long I was gone. I woke up in the hospital with scratches all over my body and no memory of how I got there. The police said they found me unconscious near the road. They also said something else. They said someone else had been reported missing that same night, a child, from a house near the forest. Now I understand. The forest doesn't take everyone. It calls to the ones who listen. And every night, when the world is quiet, I still hear the humming outside my window. Slower now, closer, waiting for me to answer.